Jeremy Hammond here, publisher and editor of Foreign Policy Journal, and in this video I'm going to show you how to use Microsoft Word's Endnote functions to insert footnotes or endnotes into your article. So I've got some dummy text here. Let's just say I want to add a footnote reference to the end of the first paragraph here. So just place your cursor wherever you'd like your reference to go, and then you go up to References. By the way, I'm using Microsoft Word 2010, so if this applies to 2010 or later versions. Versions prior to this, I'm not sure exactly what it would be, but it would probably be similar to this. So anyways, References, the References tab, and then in the Footnotes pane, you're just going to insert footnote or insert endnote. Difference being, if it's a footnote, it's going to show up right at the bottom of page 1. If it's a footnote will show up at the bottom of the page that you inserted on. An endnote will show up at the very end of the document. So actually I'm just going to use endnotes because I just want them to all of them show up at the end of the document, not on individual pages, especially if you're going to be publishing this eventually online. You know, the endnotes will go up on it. There's no pages, so they'll end up on the end of the document. So insert your endnote. Now by default there it's a Roman numeral I. Just click this little arrow by footnotes, and that will bring up your options here. So right here, format, number format. I just want to change those to numerals, regular numerals, 1, 2, 3, not Roman numerals. And then apply. So you can see that that's changed from the Roman numeral I, 1, to just the number 1. All right, so now what you need to do is if you double click that, it'll take you to the endnote, and then you just enter your endnote that you want. So pretty straightforward. That's all there is to it. Let me go a little bit further here and discuss about how to properly cite a source. So for Foreign Policy Journal, I require people to use what's known as the Chicago Manual of Style. So I'm going to just show you a quick tool here how to properly cite. So if you just go to chicagomanualofstyle.org, and then from their menu here select Tools, and then Chicago Style Citation Quick Guide. They kind of give you a cheat sheet here of how to properly cite a source. So let's just talk about a newspaper article. So you can see here a journal article, or here an article in a newspaper. You can see that the author name, comma, and then the article title in quotation marks, then the publication name italicized, and then the date in month, date, year format, and then the page number. So that's what you would use. I'll just kind of copy this example, and let's just go ahead and paste that right in here just as an example to use. So there's my endnote. So let's just one more time. Let's say we want to add an endnote to the end of paragraph 3 here. You just put my cursor right at the end, insert endnote, and then I will have author name, article title, publication name, and then today is actually March 16th, 2007 as I'm recording this video. And maybe there's no page number since I got this online, so I'll just put a period there. Now another thing you might want to do is if you're let's just go to this article here at the New York Times, and you want to insert the URL of the article, in other words the web address. The way you would do that is just after the date, comma, and go ahead and just paste that in, period. And then if you want to activate that link, just hit the space, and you'll see that activates the link so that it's clickable. And actually, another quick tip here is you'll notice here that it's got this, the end of the URL has this question mark. And actually, you don't need anything after the question. Sometimes you'll get really long, what they're called query strings. That can be really, really long. So if you want to shorten your URL, you can just remove that. So anything from the question mark onward you don't need. So this would just be trump-budget.html, and that's the actual URL. Those query strings are used for like tracking and other purposes, but you don't need it. You don't need it in the link. You can see if I just click that link, it is active. And I'm going to take a moment here. There it goes. So that is going to open up that article. See, so basically everything after that question mark, including the question mark, you can delete, and you don't need that. So, anyways, that is how to use Endnotes in Word, the Endnote feature. If you do have footnotes and you want to convert them to Endnotes, you can do that right here. Just click that convert button. And then you can convert all, in my case, I would convert all Endnotes to footnotes. If you started with footnotes and you wanted to convert to Endnotes, you could do that. You can change the number format, but of course we just want to use 1, 2, 3. And that's pretty much what you need to know for how to use Word's Endnote feature.